Good evening, everyone. It is Friday night, and on Fridays, I'm going live with Action with Alain and talking about business, success, motivational topics, or maybe just anything I want to talk about. Today, I wanted to talk about a post that I saw. It was actually a friend of mine, good friend Thomas Gordon. He posted it, and I really liked it, and I shared it with a couple of my friends as well, and a couple of groups that I belong to. But the quote was, "Call me crazy, but I like to see other people happy and succeeding. Life is a journey, not a competition." And I think, if we embrace that and we live that, we can make things so much better, so much more happy for ourselves and others, and we will succeed and others will succeed. When the tide rises, it can lift all the ships. We don't have to compete and put others down and try to be on top of everything. Yeah, we all strive for our goals, but that doesn't mean others can't succeed and reach their goals too. And if we help each other, more chance of actually all of us achieving that. And I guarantee you it'll be happier and we'll have a more fulfilling life if we do that. I don't get people that want to just bring others down and be negative all the time. I post daily on Your Warrior's Edge. I post daily on Survive and Defend. I post daily on the Alan Baris page. And I post unique, different content in all three of those areas. And recently I posted a quote and a photograph of General George Patton and a blog article that I wrote related to that quote by General Patton. And it was interesting. I got some nice comments and some different comments and some likes and all of that. But a person that I don't think has ever commented on any of my other posts. And again, I post multiple things daily. This person had never commented on anything else, but they wanted to post a negative comment because they don't like General Patton. I thought, what a sad individual. If the best you can do is you have to come and post a comment on a post that you don't like, I don't get it. I'm going to say hello to my friend Randy. How you doing, Randy? Appreciate you being here. And that reminded me, it was a number of years ago when Arnold Schwarzenegger's biography came out. Right after, his sort of life went down the tubes a little bit, got himself into some trouble. He owned up to what he did and took responsibility. But I got his autobiography as a Christmas present. It was one of the books that I put on the list of something I wanted to read. And a Facebook friend, not a real friend, but a Facebook friend, commented underneath the pile of books that I shared. And if you've seen any of my Christmas Day posts, I'll post a picture of the gifts that I get. And undoubtedly, there's going to be 5, 6, 7 or more books that I receive for Christmas, because that's the main thing I tell my wife and daughter that I like. And I tell them which titles I'm interested in, and then I don't buy any books November and December before Christmas so they can get those ones that I like. But anyway, I had a stack of books. One of them was Arnold's. And this individual had to comment, "Arnold sucks." I'm like, and I responded, "Oh, thank you for the comment on the Christmas present that my daughter gave me." Now, obviously, if I'm posting a picture of my Christmas presents and one of them is a book by Arnold, I don't think Arnold sucks. I've admired what Arnold has accomplished ever since I was a kid, following him as a bodybuilder. And I made that, and then this person came back, and I even wrote them a personal message saying, why you want to write something like that on the present that I got from my daughter for Christmas? And he wrote back and said, Well, I didn't know what else to comment. Wow, there's 6 books there. You had to pick the one you didn't like, and you didn't have to say anything at all. You do what your mom told you when you were a kid, or at least she should have told you. If you have nothing nice to say, keep your mouth shut. I mean, I couldn't believe that he could have said, wow, that's a lot of reading, if he had to comment. He could have said, wow, I like that second book on the pile, whatever it was that year. But he had to make a nasty comment saying that Arnold sucks, criticizing my Christmas present from my daughter. And then his only answer was like, I didn't know what else to say. And keep your mouth shut. And I see people like that doing it all the time on social media, whatever the thing is, people wanting to say nasty things and about stuff. You don't have to say anything at all. I'm going to say hello to a couple people. Vicky says hello. I want to say hi, Vicky. Randy says, Alan, many folks seem to live for being negative. Yeah, it's very sad state, and looks like a nice Christmas. Exactly. There's so many things he could have said, and instead he wants to do a negative comment. And I don't know, when I do not post negative comments on things. And I see some stuff on social media that maybe I don't like, I don't care for. I'm not going to waste the time to go post a negative comment. But I will go out of my way when I see people posting something that I know they are probably proud of, happy about, whether it's an anniversary, a birthday, something that they received for Christmas, or somebody shared with them, something that they are happy and proud about. I'll go out of my way to make sure I try to make some comments. And I can't do as many as I'd like. You could literally spend all your life making comments if you wanted to on Facebook, but I do try to make positive comments about things that I know mean something to other people. And if we all did that, things would be a lot more pleasant, and we could help each other feel a little bit better. And that really hit home 4, 5, 6 months ago. I mean, last year went so fast, you lose track of time. But somebody wrote me and said that they had actually been thinking about committing suicide. And things that I posted and said, along with some others, I'm not taking sole responsibility for this, but the person did write me and say that things that I did online helped them get through a tough time and not do what they had actually were contemplating doing, which was taking their own life. And so we don't really know sometimes what we are doing and how it's affecting other people. What if that exact same person would have posted something that I didn't like, and I would have went and made some nasty comment, and that would have put that person over the edge and they would have taken their own life? Now, I would have never known about it. Just like I would have never known my positive things helped them get through that tough time if they wouldn't have wrote me. So just think about that. You don't know what your comment is going to do to another person. And they could be right on that edge. And your comment could get them back on the positive, good side. Your negative comment could drive them over. We don't know. So I really try to bring the good stuff so I can help people. And I was glad that individual wrote me, because like I said, I did not know that person was that far gone and close to doing something terrible. And I am so grateful and thankful that what I was able to help with, and not even trying to help, just being and doing what I naturally do, was able to help that person get out of a really bad situation. I want to say hi to Phil. Phil says it's sad that a large percentage of people put energy into the negative parts of life, posts, comments, dialogue. It is. What a sad way to go through life, making negative comments to people. That sucks. You're a this, you're a that. You don't know what you're talking about. Ah, wow. That's how you're spending your life. Whew, there are a lot better things you can do. I'm telling you. You know, I want to say hey to Vicky. Vicky, like I always say, be nice to people. You don't know what they're going through. That's so true, Vicky. We're all going through tough battles. And like I said, I was so surprised when that person wrote me saying that what I had done and the things on social media that I post and do helped them get through a bad time and kept, was part of what kept them from doing something terrible, taking their own life. And we don't know. We don't know how we are affecting people sometimes. Hey, I want to say hey to Kellen. You found me. Yes, I am here Friday nights. I don't have a set time on Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings. It's going to be 6 or 7-ish, and it'll depend on sometimes when I have guests on what time they can be on. But I do plan on being live, Survive and Defend, Alan Baris, and Your Warrior's Edge. Those 3 different shows will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Your Warrior's Edge Mondays, Survive and Defend Wednesdays, Alan Baris Fridays. The Friday show is sort of a free-for-all. Might talk about anything. The other days will be a little bit more on topic for those. And Phil says, that's why I dwell on the philosophy that my thoughts I have create the image as I see in my imagination, creates the feelings that I have, and that drive me to results that I create, period. They do. Your thoughts do that, but our thoughts are influenced by others. And if we then can influence others' thoughts and actions, and if we can do that in a positive way, we saw some things this week, and I don't like to get too political, but we saw some things this week that were very negative, that were influenced by others. So, if you have a platform where you can influence a greater amount of people, you hold a higher responsibility. And let's make sure that our influence is positive and that we're influencing those that can do good things and that can make things better for more than just themselves and a small group. It's amazing to see the positivity and how small groups can impact the world, literally. We have the technology, we have the means to do great things beyond our own borders. And when I say borders, I'm not talking our countries or our states. I'm just saying, used to be years ago, I couldn't affect many people outside of my house without leaving the house. And it was really tough to affect anybody outside of your community. Now, you can sit in one place and have an effect anywhere in the world at times. And there are people doing that. And when you can do that, and when you are doing that, you have a higher responsibility to be doing so for good. Sadly, the exact same things that allow people to do more good allow people to do more bad. And there are those that are out there using technology and using these things to do bad. And it's just up to more of us to be doing for good, to negate the bad that's out there. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. I appreciate everybody that was on here with me tonight. It's great to see everybody. I'm going to be on a lot more. Sometimes I'm going to bring on some guests and do some interviews and talk with others. Sometimes I'll be broadcasting from wherever I happen to be traveling. But today I'm right here in front of the beautiful picture of Missoula, Montana that I took from up on the mountain, Mount Sentinel, which is the mountain that has the M in Missoula. And this was taken from the very top. So it wasn't taken from the M. It was taken from the very top of Mount Sentinel. And I just think it's a beautiful picture of Missoula. You can't see my house because it's a little off the edge there. But I want everybody to have a fantastic night, a fabulous weekend. get out and make some great things happen.